So those other hats could be communicators, journalists, all sorts of people who make a difference to climate change. Eva was just talking about the final summit, the final plenary in Copenhagen, and I'd like to leave you with a quote from Christy Nora at that summit. You've been negotiating all my life, you can't tell me you need more time. We've been negotiating to try to save the environment since 1972 in Stockholm, which is most of our lives. We need to fix the problem now, or it's going to be disastrous for future generations. So put on another hat and get out there and make a difference.
The Anthropocene Data Group.
I'm not going to introduce us because we're up here. Some of us aren't, and that's probably part of the story as well. My name is Catherine Farrell, and I'll start because I sort of organized this. And my intervention is the first comment. The idea behind the session is my intervention, and the idea was to apply what Michel Foucault has called performing a critical ontology on ourselves. And so we are taking, a bit in line with the last speaker, the Earth Systems Governance researcher as an agent and an actor, and we'll try to assemble an array of people from across the planet. And the idea is that each of us will make a brief intervention about our viewpoints from our perspectives, about difference and misunderstanding and understanding across international and interdisciplinary perspectives. Sorry, I have number 2 as well. Because number 2 is not there, which is our small islands. And they are also not on my side. And I have a comment from the small islands, which are missing. And this is from Alicia Cook. She says, the Earth Systems Governance Conference provided an opportunity to share the wider environmental governance with the wider environmental governance community, the complex and diverse ocean governance challenges, and the advancement that SIDS have made in the Caribbean. Number 3 is Guillermo, and we can't find him. So I don't know what he has to say. And number 4 is Rob.
There's a lot of confusion. As the white male European in this group, I want to point to an elephant in the room that is an issue that's uncomfortable to address. If we talk about ecosystem boundaries, sustainable development goals, and governance structures, we also need to talk about redistributing economic decision-making and agenda-setting powers and opportunities from the ruling global oligarchy to the ones governed by this oligarchy, if we are to have a discourse with developing countries rather than about them.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Kasai Sentima, speaking from African Locus of Enunciation. How can I be an agent of the Earth System governance? After listening to too many speakers, my suggestion would be to rethink the question of knowledge, the question of power, and the question of methodology. This is in order to reshape scholarship and to reflect on local reality. So let's rethink and rethink and rethink again the issue of knowledge, power, and methodology. Thank you.
Hello, I would
I would be representing India, and my thoughts are like, I would say there is not only need of new transition or new ways of thinking, but here I would build on the expert of Swilling that we need to understand the history of patterns of thinking that fail to appreciate the evolutionary significance of these processes. So we must look at the past to understand the future.
Asushi Ishii, representing East Asia. But well, so how many of you have seen whale meat sold in the market or supermarket? Not so much. Oh, the Japanese government says that they are very much eager to resume commercial whaling, but I made a research that if you want to do that, you have to have this strategy, but you are not doing anything of that. And so